everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves and welcome back to a match review and reaction. It's finished Braga 3, Wolves 3 here in Portugal. We've just finally got back in from the game and it's been a horrendous day in terms of weather and maybe in terms of actually getting into the ground as well. But we don't really talk about that much. You can check out our match day experience vlog, which is coming out in the next day or so, to see all of that rubbish that happened there. But my name is Dave. As you can see, alongside me today is Matt. Matt, how are you?
I mean, apart from being absolutely whacked by a police bat, I'm trying to get into the ground. My shoulder's killing me, but I'm soaked through. But spirits are still fairly high. I mean, it's disappointing to chuck a lead away, but we're on this.
And we've qualified, so yeah, of course. But before we kick off, this couldn't have happened, this trip couldn't have happened without our channel partners over at OneFootball. So please go and check them out. A link to them is in the top of the description down below. If you haven't seen them already, a fantastic football app to use. If you don't use one already, or you want to try a different one, you can get all your live football news, live football scores, team news, to match facts, transfer rumours, the works on there. And again, a big thanks to them for making this trip possible as well. Huge thanks. So, Matt, we're going to talk about the game team-wise. Full strength by Wolves. Is that what? I mean, we spoke about it a little bit on the preview, didn't we?
We spoke about it previously. So if we go in and get 3 points through, a very good chance of topping the group. So I think that was Nuno's thinking, and I know we'll come on to it in a bit, but that was the reason. We're going full strength up top and pulling them off was one of the reasons why we lost the game. So, but like I said, going full strength was the right thing to do, and it looked to have paid dividends. It really did. Especially, I know going 1-0 down was a tad unlucky with the goal. We didn't get to see it because we couldn't get into the ground.
Yeah.
We have seen it back now, and it's just one of those, isn't it? You just can't really do much about it. But I was really happy that it went full strength, and I think it shows a bit of intent from Nuno that kind of the Europa League is a priority. Yeah,
I agree. So in terms of actually us getting into the ground due to security and police, or poor security and policing, unfortunately we didn't get into about the 20th minute, so we missed the first 2 goals, as in the Braga goal and the first Wolves goal. But of course we've watched them back before we spoke about it today. Like you said, I think that first goal was unlucky. It took a huge deflection. Horta again scoring that goal. But Wolves bounced back, and as we were walking in, that's when that goal went in. Jimenez, great ball in by Johnny, deep ball in, and a good header as well. Yeah, just out the goalkeeper's reach.
Yeah, just able to shift and adjust his feet as well. But he's I thought he was good last season, but Jimenez this season has been absolutely.
I was actually worried last season, like. That was, one season, that was sort of it. But this season he's been unbelievable.
He leads that front line superbly well. A little bit reckless today in terms of challenges.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed. I was disappointed with that side of his game in the second half.
But he's hold-up playing, link up and drawing fouls and bringing other players in, alongside being a very good finisher. There's not many number 9s in the world right now who are better than him as a number 9.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not many strikers as well.
His goals and assists.
Well, you just have to look at his goal contributions this year, and he's up there with some of the best in the world, and for goals and assists. And you've got to remember, it's not like we were in the Championship during that time. He has been in the top, one of, if not the best league in the world.
He's not had a break since years and years ago, playing for Mexico and stuff in the Gold Cup. So yeah, like I said, he played well, and taking him off maybe was to our detriment. But we'll come on to that. Wolves got back in the game, didn't they? And then went 2-1 up. Yeah,
second goal, Doc. I mean, that was all the work of Mr. Raul Jimenez again. What a ball that was! Great thinking, but that's that forward running. I thought the wing backs actually today played, especially in the first half, quite high. Doc as well, almost sitting like as an inverted wing back almost at times. But yeah, his run was fantastic. Great header, but what a ball that was from him.
Yeah, unbelievable. Now, I've been a bit critical of Doc recently. He's had a few chances that he's squandered. The one at Newcastle, there was one at Bratislava at home, and there was one
Arsenal was there? Yeah, when he hit it straight at the goalkeeper.
And I think he should be scoring all 3 of them because the Doc of last season would. So for him to score that, I was really pleased for him. Silence me.
But Jimenez has actually done that quite a lot, those little balls through, and I really his vision I think it's becoming more evident this season. Just those little passes, he's looking up and he's not scared. I mean, he's shown this season. I know how good as we said, we know how good he was last season, But I think this season he's shown more attributes than what we expected. Yeah. Dribbling-wise, the way he's taking the ball past players. That side of his game, the passing and vision as well. And that was a great goal. And we got him again. A double misery compiler. Adama this time.
Wow.
And that was a great goal as well.
He was so good as well today.
Yeah,
they just did not know what to do. He was so...
It's that new hair, man. Although, I mean, he has been great all season, but I think that new hair's given him some sort of...
It was... I've not seen the goal back live, but since. But when it went in, oh my god, it was just absolute scenes on toast in that upper tier. There was bodies flying everywhere. It was great. It's just so good to see him doing so well. Nuno's obviously shown some trust in him when everyone else apart from probably me and you and a few has written him off. It was 18 million, a joke. He wouldn't get £5 million for him. He's out of all the teams we played this season, including our own players and players of opposition, he's the most effective player I've seen on a pitch this season. On his
own, I think he's won us Europa League games, especially the number of games that he hasn't started. He's come off the bench. I think he's changed games and
he's a superb talent. Yeah. And he's been more consistent as well, which is he's probably the first name on that team sheet. I mean, he really is. He's so good.
But unfortunately, it turned out to be a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde performance by Wolves, to be honest. I think very similar to the Bournemouth game. Cruising. We had a man advantage against Bournemouth. Today we had a 2-goal advantage. And I think even someone, I don't know if it was you or the other Matt, said to me, I think this could be 5 or 6-1.
I think it is 5-1. I think it should be 5-1. Yeah. Because you started the second half, all right.
First 10 minutes of the second half, we were bright, but that's because we had the full strength boys on again.
It's so frustrating early. He's got 45-minute performances. At the start of the season, we had him we had good second halves. Now we're getting good first half. So if we could sustain that, God knows where we'd be. But
I can see why, you turn the tempo down a little bit when you're 2 goals up, just to sit on it.
Yeah, I think the way it's happening now, where the second half we can't take the foot off the gas, is a bit more kind of understandable or explainable compared to putting the foot on the accelerator in the second half, what we're used to. But it was, it's really disappointing. It's like I said, it's still been a really good away day experience, but it won't be remembered for a result. It'll be remembered for other stuff, but if we'd have gone there and won 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, it would have been remembered for the result. But I think, I don't want to say Nuno got it wrong tactically by bringing him off and he wants to rest players. But as soon as that front three went off, we had no out ball, he wasn't sticking up top, and we just invited so much pressure onto us.
Well, I've been thinking about this because, to be honest, I would be one of the first people to say I would love to see Ruben Vinagre in a left wing role because I think that would suit him very well. Catrone, it's not quite hitting, it isn't quite working for him. Pedro Neto is just too, there's a player there, but he's just too raw for me. He's almost sort of on the same bracket as Morgan at the moment, where there's something there, but he's not quite there for Wolves at the moment. And I looked at that front three and I thought, we have got to invest. If that's our backup front three, we have got to invest. And I don't want anyone commenting about Cavallero, because I've been having comments about that recently. He's not good enough. We need better players. Adama is so good. But without him, our front three is very stale at the moment. And I don't think Pedro Neto, although he had a great run today, he's just got to get that end product, and he's just too raw for me at the moment. And I think in January, believe it or not, I know a lot of people are talking about central midfielders and defenders, but I think another quality winger.
We started the season playing tilt top, so you can see why they didn't recruit in the wide positions, which is completely fair enough. So they haven't got it wrong in that sense. But now we're playing with the three up top. We need to invest. I mean,
I've got a name for you.
What about them, that is?
Jordan Graham.
Yes, Jordan Graham. Get Jordan Graham back in there.
He missed the penalty yesterday.
No, but I mean, when it was those three up top today, tactically it was all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the 2 goals. I mean, I can't exactly remember what happened with those, but it was just
Catrone was like doing his trademark runs or coming short or peeling off into the wide areas. And I could see Moutinho, who was on the ball, saying, move central, because we've got no out ball. You and Vinagre on that one side are like over the ball side. And I don't know.
The big difference is you look at Jota and Adama. I think the 2 things they have, or the thing that those 2 have, that the others two don't. Vinagre and Neto are too weak. Jota's almost got that power. Adama's definitely got that power. And I think that's what we could do. We could get the ball with those 3 and drive. Whereas those 2, it's just a bit weaker. I think you're relying on your pace a little bit more.
Tactically, I think I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Adama tactically understands, along with Jota, understands how to press.
Yeah.
As a front line.
And he works with Doc. I don't think Doc at the moment. He's not clicked to it. He can't really click with anyone else at the moment, can he?
Yeah, they understand how to press that front three, and when you change it, I don't know. It just kind of all fell apart. It's disappointing. It is, but we're through to the next round. You know, Wolverhampton Wanderers are through to the knockout stages of the Europa League.
I know. Why are we moaning when that's?
We were addressing.
We're debating.
Yeah, we were addressing.
But the bigger picture is correct. Wolverhampton Wanderers are in the knockout stages of a European competition.
How far we've come in the past 3 years.
I know, and
don't go.
I know. There was a few anti-Arsenal chants there tonight as well. The one thing I was disappointed with is that obviously we don't go top of the group, but I think we would have had to beat Besiktas anyway to have any chance of doing it. So we've still got to go and beat them. Unfortunately, it seems like Jimenez is going to be suspended for that. But
do you think that was tactical?
I don't know. He really tried hard for a booking, didn't he?
There was one point he German suplex someone. That would be one for the fancast. They enjoy the rest of the
I don't know why, but
he was just asking for a yellow card. I think it's tactical.
Anyway. Wolves 3, Braga 3. That is the end of our journey. We're going to go out now and hopefully get a few fan reactions. So be sure to check out that video. As I said earlier, the match day experience and vlog, our first ever one on the channel, will be coming out as well.
You can see me getting battered.
Yeah.
Never happens.
But be sure to hit the like button. Of course, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, big thanks again to One Football
for
supplying us with this wonderful hotel room. We've got a little Nespresso machine behind us, which I think we're going to use. But before then, I think we're going to shower up. Not together, of course. I'm done then. See you later. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you all very soon.